Are you truly giving yourself grace, or are you just giving yourself an easy way out? Are you calling it self-love when it's really fear dressed up pretty? What would shift if you held yourself to the same standard you hold your dreams? Let's unpack something uncomfortable, but truly life-changing today. Welcome to the Lifestyle Expansion Blueprint, where we dive deep into the mind, body, and soul of success. I'm your host, Gray, and here we believe that true growth begins from within. Whether you're seeking personal transformation, professional elevation, or simply looking to expand your life's possibilities, you're in the right place. Together, we'll explore the strategies, insights, and metaphysical principles that empower you to manifest the life you truly desire. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's embark on this journey of expansion. Your next level begins now. There's a fine line between self-compassion and self-sabotage. A lot of times, we call it giving ourselves grace, when really, if we're being honest, it's just permission to quit on ourselves. Now listen, I believe in grace. I believe in rest. I believe in gentleness with your soul. But grace isn't supposed to be a get out of growth free card. Grace isn't supposed to be a permanent pit stop on the way to destiny. Let's take some time today to talk about the difference between real grace and self-betrayal in disguise. First, let's honor what true grace actually is. True grace says, I acknowledge that I'm human. I stumbled. I got tired. I got scared. But I'm still committed to becoming who I was called to be. True grace allows for struggle, but it does not abandon the assignment. Grace doesn't lower the standard. Grace lifts the spirit to keep reaching for it. It's like a good coach. They pull you off the field if you're bleeding, but they'll patch you up, refocus you, and say, all right, get back in the game when you're ready. We still got work to do. That's real grace. Not permission to quit, but permission to heal without forfeiting your calling. Now let's talk about the shadow side. Let's talk about when grace becomes an excuse. See, grace becomes a cop-out when you start using it to avoid the harsh conversation you need to have with yourself or others, or when the discipline you need to build is the thing that you're trying to avoid, or the uncomfortable work that you know will stretch you. Another one is the next step that terrifies you, but it's necessary for your evolution. Beware of treating the symptoms of fear as if they were acts of self-love. That's a quote by yours truly. You are not loving yourself when you let fear dictate your pace. You're not loving yourself when you let comfort seduce you into stagnation. That's not grace. That's avoidance wrapped in affirmation. Let's get into an acid test. How do you know the difference? How can you figure out if it's grace or if you're just chicken shit? Well, if you're wondering, am I practicing real grace or running from my growth? Ask yourself these 3 soul check questions. Number 1, am I giving myself grace because I truly need restoration or because I'm scared to stretch? Number 2, is this pause helping me heal and evolve or helping me stay stuck? Number 3, would my highest, most expansive self recognize this as love, or would it call it avoidance? And if the answer stings a little, well then good, because that's where transformation begins. Let's go deeper spiritually. James 2:17 says, faith without works is dead. You hear me saying it all the time. Faith without works is dead. If you don't believe in what you're doing and you're not working on the thing that you believe in, then one without the other, dead, right? In the same way, grace without aligned action is dead. You can speak all the affirmations you want. You can meditate, journal, light candles, and sage the whole damn house. But if you're not moving toward the vision Spirit gave you, if you're not taking the next uncomfortable, holy, growth-filled step, you're spiritually bypassing your assignment. See, real faith moves you. Real grace prepares you. Real commitment costs you something. Here's the science behind the whole damn thing. Your brain's default setting is to avoid discomfort at all cost. That is your brain's default setting, to protect you from discomfort at all cost. And neuroscience tells us then the amygdala, the part of the brain that detects threat, lights up even when there's just emotional or psychological discomfort. So when you're growing, when you're trying to build a new habit, a mindset, a new one, a new standard, your brain sees that as danger. Danger, Will Robinson. I'm showing my age, I know. But it'll feed you thoughts like, it's too much. You deserve a break. It's okay to stay here. You're comfortable. Sometimes those are real nudges for rest, but sometimes they're survival instincts disguised as self-care. Growth actually requires periods of neurological discomfort. That's when neuroplasticity, the rewiring of your brain, actually happens. So no discomfort, no rewiring, and ultimately no new results. The deeper truth is you are worth the stretch. Grace and growth are sisters, not enemies. True grace says, I will not condemn myself for struggling. But it also says, I will not permit myself to settle in the struggle and call it home. You are worthy of kindness, but you are also worthy of greatness. Don't confuse loving yourself with limiting yourself. You deserve rest. You deserve healing. You deserve expansion. You deserve to meet the version of you that only discomfort can reveal. So, here's my final word today. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself is not letting yourself off the hook. Sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but occasionally, I'm lying, more times than not, real grace sounds like, baby, I love you. Now get back up. Sometimes real love says, I believe in you too much to let you build a life around fear. Because destiny doesn't live in comfort. It lives in commitment. It lives in the quiet moments where you choose expansion over excuses, where you choose becoming over coasting, where you choose your calling over your comfort. Give yourself grace, yes, but give yourself permission to grow too. You're ready, you're capable, and you're called, and you're too important to quit on. So, this week, I'm always giving you work. I'm always giving you homework. Audit one area of your life where you've been giving grace. You've been giving yourself grace, and ask, is this grace helping me heal or helping me hide? Take one uncomfortable action toward the dream you've been delaying, and affirm this every day. I love myself enough to grow. And if you're ready to expand in mindset, in movement, and in mission, tap in with me. Through the Lifestyle Expansion Blueprint and the Billionaire Brain Trust, we're not just dreaming out here, we're building, we're becoming. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next week. And stay expansive, my friends. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Lifestyle Expansion Blueprint. My hope is that you're leaving with new insights and the tools to help you craft the life you envision. Remember, your blueprint for success is already within you. It just needs to be unlocked. If this episode resonated with you, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who's ready to expand their life. Until next time, I'm Gray. Keep building, keep growing, and always stay in alignment with your highest self.